Together we stand, people. Love it. See, as a community, we learn from each other. We grow with each other. We succeed with each other. And so I got a couple of things, a couple of comments and questions yesterday. By the way, I'm not posting any more training footage because that's all anybody talks about. I'm not here to talk about old training footage. I just thought it was funny. Popped up on Facebook, so I reposted it. That's the only reason I put that up there. Good to see, though. So I talked to a couple of people, some of my old training partners, and we're all in the same boat. Courtney, good buddy of mine, he's been following along, asked me some good questions today, and then he sent me some pictures. Don't worry, Court, I won't post them. Not yet, maybe soon. You definitely will have a before and after. He's lost 15 pounds in the last 3 weeks. Simple things, mainly cutting sugars out of his diet is probably the main thing. And obviously he's working out, probably working out more than the 10 push-ups and sit-ups and squats that we're doing, but he's used to working out, and he's one of the strongest guys I know. I remember lifting with him. He'd start lifting when he'd start warming up on my max weight. Big, strong guy. But anyway, doing really well. He sent me a couple of pictures today, and in 3 weeks, phenomenal. Questions he had was one about pumpernickel bread, which is gluten. So, sorry. It depends on what you want. Remember, if you have no gut issues, which most people do, you just don't know it because you don't know what it's like to feel good. The best thing to do, unless you're going to take out thousands of dollars worth of tests, which you don't need to do, is just cut for a little while. Like, this is not a permanent thing, people. Cut everything out of your diet, all the crap. Just eat lots of vegetables. Again, even if you have to go for a couple of weeks, cutting out meat and chicken from the supermarket, if you can find the grass-fed, grass-finished type, it's worth it. You waste money on lots of things, okay? Everybody's got a cell phone, A couple of years ago, nobody had cell phones. Most people spend $50, $100 a month on a cell phone. There's your meat right there. Like, it's okay, you can use your cell phone, you're on that thing all the time, but you won't put it down for a month and take care of yourself. So cut all the crap out of your diet and just see how you feel. You'll probably get rid of your cell phone altogether and pay for the more expensive food because it's worth it. So, and then you can start introducing it back into your diet. Maybe you're fine with it, but hey, how do you know until you try? So most breads, no matter if they're whole grain, if they're pumpernickel, if they're just no good, okay? They've got glyphosate in it, they've got gluten in it, they're tearing your gut apart. The gut, one cell thick, is protecting the outside world from the inside world, and there's a problem right there, okay? Gut diversity, microbiome, we all know that, and again, it's not just the stomach, it's all around us. It's in our mouth, in our airways, and on our skin. It's everywhere. So we have to have a better diversity of microbes in and around us, and we need to just take the toxins and crap out of our diets. It's really that simple. So another question was about what else? Oils, and olive oil. Like, there are only a couple of oils that are good. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, if you can find it. Now, most extra virgin olive oil is not olive oil, okay? It's $1 billion mafia in Italy. It's documented, okay? They cut the oil. I'm gonna get killed now, so if I'm not around anymore, you know what happened. But they cut the oil with cheaper oils, and then they sell it. They make billions of dollars on this. It's a huge industry. So most of the oil, even at reputable places around here, it's not olive oil. Okay, so if you can find one, it's all extra virgin olive oil, it's good for you. Coconut oil, avocado oil, and that's about it. So all of these sunflower oils, and safflower oils, and canola oils, they're killing you. Period. Okay, believe me or not, I'm gonna live forever. I don't know about you. So obviously we've talked about processed foods, refined foods, sugars, death, those oils. Um, had one of my clients, 16-year-old. Like we talk, like when I train people, we don't just talk about training. We just don't train and just lift shit, throw things around. I try to get into the head. I try to get them to learn that, the more you know, the better you get. So if you just, there are very few athletes who are just do what you say, unless you really, really trust your coach, which I do with Malcolm. But I like to educate them. So it's like they talk about their sleep. I talk about their nutrition, and and training, and why they're doing what they're doing, and so they understand. So that it makes sense to them. That means they'll do it. So if I say you have to go home and you have to do these things, they understand why they have to do it. So he sent me an article. He reads all the time. I get articles from this guy all the time. 16 years old. I wish I knew that much at 16 about intermittent fasting and training and how it's beneficial. I've been saying that. Like I said, there was no science back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but that just felt right. So that was a great article. And again, a 16-year-old thinking already. He sends me, if there's any doubt, he'll send me a text saying, can I eat this? Usually no, but can I eat this? Can I eat this? So it's again, this community, this communication that's going to make us all better, all healthier. Yusuf, again, sent me some great stuff. Things that I felt, but I can't verbalize all these things. I don't have the science. At the time, even though I was researching some stuff, not the depth that we have nowadays. And the information's there. It wasn't there back then. I always used to run barefoot on the grass. There's many reasons for doing that. Grounding, earthing. I'm not sure if you guys know about that. Another thing that's super important we'll get into. But it's also the muscles in the bottom of your feet relate to different things throughout your body. Shoes are killing us. People always go into the running room and all these places, and they're saying, oh, you're pronated or supinated, and you need this type of shoe or wide shoe. Their shoes are killing us. The invention of the running shoe was the decline of health. So there's so many little, it can go on forever and ever. I try to keep these as short as possible, but more questions keep coming, more comments keep coming, and it just brings out little things that I forget. I take these things for granted. So I talk to Yusuf now like hours a day now, and we're just building more and more information that I can get out to you guys. And even if you take a little bit of it, you'll feel better. And today, a couple of podcasts again. Sleep is everything. If you're not sleeping, you're not getting healthy. So, and you're making it harder. There are, like I said, neurotransmitters, dopamine, oxytocin, all these things that people hear about. They're the feel-good hormones. And if you're not sleeping, you're not making them. So, and that's why we do little things. Another book I'm reading, which is, again, it's deep, to say the least. Some of these things go way over my head, but I try to pick up just a little bit. I'm not trying to, be Einstein here. So when you achieve something, you release these hormones. It's like cocaine, I've heard. But and sugar, same thing. These light up certain areas in the brain, and they make you feel good. So you want more of it. You crave more. Addictions. You can do that with health too, and that's why when I was saying about exercise, just do a few, and then the next week try to do a couple more. It makes you feel good. You release more of these hormones and these neurochemicals, and they make you feel good. So it keeps you motivated. So that's what I'm trying to do is getting into more the psyche, the neuroscience of all this, because it's easy to give somebody a program and a diet, but nobody follows them, at least not for long. It might go for, weeks, months, or even a year, but eventually, and that's why this yo-yo stuff goes, and you go back to your old habits and you give up because it doesn't feel good. So the slower you take it, the longer it takes, the better you feel, because these little achievements actually release chemicals that make you feel good. And that's why, as athletes, we go to little meets first, and you win, and then you feel better, you train harder, you get to the next level. It's if you just make it to the Olympics and then you get smashed the first time you go there. It doesn't feel very good. Okay, or any other meat for that matter. So, little wins. It's actually building the feel-good hormones to keeps you motivated. So again, that's what I'm trying to learn more about. I know it's there because I felt it. I can't verbalize it, and that's why it's a new area for me. Love reading up on this stuff, and to me, the little lessons I learn motivates me. Releases more of these chemicals. I'm like, I feel smart, so it makes me want to read more. I'm not smart, but it makes me feel smart. So, and Dawn, again, doing great. She sent me a recipe she found, and it looks amazing. I'm gonna try it one day, I hope. But you gotta be, I love to flick through this thing here with Instagram and look at all these experts and fitness gurus and nutrition gurus, and they're like, oh, they do this healthy wrap. Well, you know what? It's a wrap. So you know what? It's no good. Because what's a wrap made out of? Bread, gluten, destroying your stomach. So you put all these things in a wrap and you think, oh, it's such a healthy meal I'm having. Well, it's not healthy. But she had the wrap that you actually make, and it's out of vegetables. And then I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. I'm not a cook. Maybe I'll get somebody to do it for me. But little things like that, people don't think of. There was one more thing I wanted to mention, but hey, I think that's enough for tonight. Let's shorten it. You guys are doing great. Keep it coming. Like I said, I can't and don't want to do this without you, because I'm doing what I'm doing. I feel great. I'm going to do it regardless if I'm on here or not. But everybody's been giving some great feedback. Everybody's doing well. Everybody's feeling better. Everybody's sleeping better. Everybody's losing weight. And it's, as you've seen, it's for those people who've done it already, it's not rocket science. We just have to start using a little common sense. Let's not be sheep. Let's not follow the dogma of what's out there on health and fitness and wellness. And as I said yesterday, like even the organizations like the heart and stroke and the diabetes, they're getting paid by garbage companies like Kentucky Fried Chicken and all these things that are causing all the diseases that they're standing for. Okay, you shouldn't have anything to do with these people. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.